by the time we open. We're doing quite well to start with. We raised cash of over £7,000 to date, and we have promises from members of the church family of £10,000 under deeds of covenant. So with tax refunds we can see £20,000 in the bank at the end of the project at this current stage.
That's wonderful. A lot of hard work by a lot of people, and I'm sure that the end result will benefit the Woolbury area. Good luck in all your efforts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The council offices in Gernon Road is the headquarters of the North Hertfordshire Urban District Council, where the control of all the services, not only for Letchworth but for all the district, are administered. We're now in the chairman's room in the council offices, and the retiring chairman in the merry month of May is Philip McCormack, whose year is almost finished, and as we pan round in the chairman's room we can see where many meetings and discussions take place during the year's activities. Signing many letters during the year of office is one of the tiring functions of the chairman. Philip, your year is almost up as chairman of this important council in the district, because you're not only chairman concerning Letchworth but the whole of the district. Has it been an interesting year?
Oh yes, it's been an honour and a privilege to be the chairman of this particular district council. It's certainly been very busy. It's kept us very well occupied. I am terribly sorry, obviously, to be giving it up, but frankly I think my wife will be very pleased to have an evening in.
I think a year is perhaps long enough.
I'm not too sure about that. Some authorities have their chairman for 2 years. I think one can say that you're just about getting to be of some concrete use to the council as its chairman, and they then say, oh well, goodbye, we'll break somebody else in.
One thing that's often asked is, why do we have a chairman of the council and not a mayor?
Well, on amalgamation, what happened was that the various authorities were given the option of being either a district council or a borough. If you're a borough, then the chief citizen is called a mayor, and if you're a district council, he's called a chairman. This particular authority opted for being a council, so we're a district council and the head of the council is a chairman rather than the mayor.
And I think you're often referred to as our mayor anyway.
Oh yes, if you go to Hitchin, I'm called the mayor of Hitchin. In Royston, I'm not called the mayor of Royston because they have their own town mayor there. But Letchworth, I'm frequently referred to as the mayor of Letchworth, which of course is incorrect.
One of the functions, of course, as chairman is to keep all these politicians who are elected annually in order in the council meetings. And this year the controversial issue politically seems to have been the poll tax. Have we had any problems in this area?
There have been a number of controversial issues this year. I think the poll tax, as far as this council is concerned, hasn't been quite as bad as in other authorities. Personally, I'm not averse to paying the poll tax. I think it's a far fairer way of distributing the cost of running the local authority than the old rating system. We had, I think, about 6 members of the public present at the council meeting where we discussed the poll tax, and that will give you some idea of the impact that it had in this authority compared to others. It really has gone down, certainly without as much trouble as neighbouring authorities have had.
They had a very full diary during the year, Philip.
Yes.
Are there any highlights of the year that you will always remember when you look back?
Well, I think almost every day as chairman of the council brings its own highlight. There's so many things that I shall remember, mainly getting around the district meeting people. That's been a great pleasure. You begin to understand as chairman of the council just how many people there are in the district who do a great deal of good, who work for the community, and nobody ever knows about them. I'll always remember meeting people. I shall certainly remember many of the people and the friends I've made with a great deal of affection, and I hope that I'll keep in touch with them. Highlights. Yes, I think the most personal highlight I shall always remember was a sponsored parachute jump for the chairman's charity. That really was superb. The RAF did that for me.
Wonderful. Was there quite a sum raised in the sponsoring?
I'm not too sure yet. My secretary will tell me. It should have raised somewhere in the region of a couple of £1,000.
That's marvellous. Well, I'm sure on behalf of all the citizens of Letchworth, I can thank you as chairman during your year for all the many hours that you've devoted to the many activities, and particularly the responsible job you've had as the town's first citizen.
Thank you.
One of the organisations of which Letchworth can be justly proud is the local division of the St John Ambulance Brigade. This is the headquarters in Birds Hill. Many Letchworth people have devoted many hours to training for first aid under the excellent training facilities of the St John Ambulance. John are looking to the future, and this year we have the young generation in the Badgers, and here they are on parade on their Tuesday night session. This is the Badger leader, Linda. You've got a nice little group here of young people.
We certainly have.
And you meet every Tuesday evening?
Yes, 5:30 to 6:45.
And what are the activities?
We try and make first aid and hobbies as fun as orientated as we possibly can. Make everything enjoyable for them, so nothing's boring.
Good. Do they learn first aid?
Yes, they learn all sorts of first aid, from artificial respiration to bandaging and how the body works.
Excellent. Wonderful. Mrs Green, one of the vice presidents of the Letchworth division, is presenting certificates.
Thank you very much. So, Cody. Karen. Marianne.
Today is a 15-mile walk round the boundaries of Letchworth, organised by the Letchworth Garden City Rotary Club. The walkers sign in early, and Norman Kiln, the president of the Rotary Club, is going to start the walk at 8:30. Brian England is the vice president of the Rotary Club, and they're comparing notes on the map and the route around the bounds of Letchworth. Norman, you're going to lead the fray this morning.
I am, John, yes.
Good. The weather looks good.
Well, luckily it's a little cooler this year. I remember, a little bit hot and steamy last year, but according to the forecast, sorry, we're just about right.
Good.
Stop myself my
That's great. Oh well, hope the
Brian
rain.
and I are going to lead the way. Hopefully we'll see a little bit later.
Good, fine. Well, we hope the rain keeps off.
Oh, it's not going to rain.
Weather forecast last night.
We've organised it.
Weather forecast last night was pretty good, no rain at all.
Have a good walk, chap. We'll do our best. All ready then, John?
Okay, away you go.
Right. Thanks a lot. See you later.
And so the 1990 15-mile walk round the boundary starts. Many thousands of pounds have been raised by many local groups who go on this walk each year, organised by the Rotary Club. Letchworth is fortunate with the clubs that raise monies for charities: the Round Table, Letchworth Howard Rotary Club, the Lions, and of course the Letchworth Garden City Rotary Club. Members of the Rotary Club and Inner Wheel do the signing in of all the people who participate in the walk each year. Arian Jim Morley is the organiser of this, what has become an annual event. Jim, I think you were in fact the organiser of the very first walk many years ago.
Yes, in fact it was 1983 that we first organised it. The beginning of it, of course, was not a very good start because it poured with rain every day, all the day. And now, of course, this is our 8th one, and It's grown in popularity each year, and this year we've got almost 1,000 people walking around Letchworth, which is quite some exercise really.
That's
We've raised
marvellous.
lots of money over the years, and we usually have one main charity for the Rotary share of the sponsor money, which is 25% of all the money that's raised. And this year we are going to support Lola, which is the Lister Hospital optical laser appeal. But in previous years we've supported the Ernest Gardner Day Hospital, the North Hearts Hospice and other such organisations.
And of course people walking can sponsor their own charity if they...
Yes, each walker in fact gets sponsors, and 75% of the money that they raise goes to their own chosen charity, and Rotary in fact takes 25%.
Good. Marvellous event, and it's well supported, Jim, so it shows that it's very popular.
Oh, it is indeed, yes. I mean, this morning people were queuing up before the 8:30 start, and the President in fact got away about 8:20 as soon as we were sufficiently organised to put him on his way.
Good. We just filmed him starting off, and we look at the sky and it looks as if it will be a fine day. So 1990 we hope will be another success.
Yes, I'm sure it will be.
And of course charities will benefit as a result.
That's right.
Thanks very much, Jim, for all you and the Rotarians are doing.
Thank you very much.
And so the walk starts with several hundred people participating in the 1990 15-mile walk round the boundaries of the Garden City. Letchworth Garden City Company Girls Brigade celebrate their 60th anniversary today. They are connected to the Letchworth Free Church, and they were presented with a flag which bears the legend, the first Letchworth Garden City Company Girls Brigade. You can move and chat. The past members over many years gathered together for a tea party. Here they are on the steps of the church after the service. You're a warrant officer.
Yes.
And you're holding the new colour which was presented at your 60th anniversary today.
That's right.
What is the title of the company now?
The title is the first Letchworth Garden City Company.
And that's clear on the new colours.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trudy. Mrs. Carol Dotson is the captain of the company. Carol, you've had a busy week. 60 years celebration is a long time, isn't it? Nearly as old as the Garden City itself, in fact. What actually happened during the week?
Well, we've had our display on Saturday evening, and we're very pleased to have Miss Pam Rhodes from the television as our guest of honour. And we also had Councillor Cairns from the corporation to present us with our drums. It's the other part of our gift from the corporation with these colours that we've had.
And the girls did an excellent display, didn't they? Worked very hard for that.
They worked extremely hard.
And they all looked very smart on Sunday. They had the band there. That's something new, is it?
Well, the band is new, yes. It's they're still learning. They've only been going a few months. But they're trying very hard, and it's very difficult.
Good. We'll soon hear them in the avenues of the Garden City, will we?
So.
Jolly good. And what do the girls do when they join GB?
Well, we have the children, they can join at 5. The ages are from 5 until, 14 plus. We've got girls of 18 in the company as well. And we have a 4-square programme, spiritual, physical, educational and service badges that they work for.
And this is the new colours presented to the company.
Yes, it's our new colour. And our badge in the centre, the centre of the badge we see as the cross, and we think of Jesus as the centre of our lives. And below that we have a lamp that we want our lives to shine out to the rest of the world.
Excellent. And on that note, I think we'll listen to the girls sing. first ever Garden City street race proved a roaring success. Despite the rain, with a mixture of fun and serious competition, as town centre roads were closed to allow the entertainment to take place. By the corporation, Dennis Hill, the Plinston Hall manager, was well pleased with the events of the day. Fellow Cycling Club helped to organise the event. Whoops, someone had to crash into the straw barriers. The day set off on the right foot with the women's 2.5 mile fun run with all ages from tots to pensioners taking part. The watching crowd were entertained by the fun and enthusiasm of all those who took part. Roller skating too featured in the day's programme, with thrills and spills and great speed as these lads, greatly accomplished on their roller skates, rounded the bends at terrific speed. Wheelie bins and characters dressed in gay attire added to the novelty race fun. And of course we mustn't overlook the Morris dancers, who added to the gay occasion. In the summer in Letchworth there are many open-air attractions. What has become an annual event is the annual art gallery in the Broadway, when local artists, not only from the Garden City but from a wide area, bring their paintings, put prices on them and hope to sell them. Painting of William Pond. Mr. Crocker is one of the local artists, a member of the Letchworth Art Society. You've got some very nice paintings here, Mr. Crocker. This is a hobby of yours, is it?
Yes. Well, I've been painting as long as I can remember.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whether I sold or not, I still do it because I enjoy it.
You just enjoy it. And you hope to sell them here at this exhibition, do you?
I've done fairly well in the past, but things have slowed down this year.
Yes.
Because of the interest rate.
I suppose money's tight.
It's not so much about.
No, that's right.
Yes.
Anyway, very nice selection you have here.
Thank you.
It's a nice one of William Pond. It's a slightly windy day today. The weather's changed after a nice hot week, which has affected obviously the attendance at the open air gallery. But all the artists seem very happy and people do enjoy looking at the pictures. One of the activities in Letchworth in June is a garden party hosted by the chairman of the corporation, Mr. Sidney Melman and Mrs. Melman, in the Garden City Heritage Museum. Spectrum Next Stage Theatre are putting on a production which features the beginning of the spirit of Letchworth. Ebenezer Howard, Miss Lawrence, who built the cloisters and founder of the Garden City Open Air School. Stage is a theatre group based in Stevenage. And the title of the show, which is being given today, is The Spirit of the Place. The Heritage Museum is in the house where Barry Parker lived, where the office, in fact, was of the first architects who did the first plans of the original Garden City concept.
Night round. And you find, when you light your candles, a load of mud from the Wilbury Road between your socks and sandals. Or again at lunch. As you sit and munch your savoury cabbage fritter, your tummy may turn and begin to yearn for a chop and a glass of bitter. Then you somehow feel that a high ideal is a thing much overrated, and you hint to your wife that the simple life is a wee bit complicated.
Ah, then is the hour when you need my power to brace and fortify you. For mutton savoys are constant joys when I am hovering by you.
But who are you?
Why, don't you know who I am? I am the spirit of the place, of course.
There's Ebenezer Howard, the actor in the spirit of the play, together with Ebenezer Howard's granddaughter, talking at the garden party. Howard's great-granddaughter, all enjoying a chat, reviving the spirit of Ebenezer Howard. Thank you, Ebenezer.
But why did you build the Garden City?
Why? You really have to ask my children why. We still read the works of Charles Dickens together, and in his books you'll find all the reasons why. One of my
Open-air events in Letchworth this year seem to be blessed with good weather. Today is another annual event which has become very popular, particularly with the young people. It's the event sponsored by the Comet newspaper, which is a road race marathon organised by the Letchworth Howard Rotary Club.
I'd like to welcome you here today for our 7th North Hearts Half Marathon. With these, it is in fact the Lister Optical Laser Appeal. This is to provide laser equipment which can help prevent blindness for certain severe medical conditions. And that brings me the
And so the mini-marathon starts. A magnificent event as the masses of people who've been in training for weeks get ready for the start of the main marathon. And so the major marathon commences with the runners tearing down at the start of the 7th marathon in aid of Lola. These hardy Letchworth citizens have been in training for a long time. Unfortunately, they have a nice day. I just hope it won't be too warm for them. But I'm sure the end result will be a handsome amount raised in aid of the charity. The president of Letchworth Howard Rotary is Mike Coleman this year. Mike, you've got a lovely day for this very popular annual event. It's the 7th, is it?
Yes, this is the 7th,
and
it's become something I feel now of not an annual event, but something of a local institution almost.
And quite a lot of money's been raised for charity, hasn't it?
Over the years, I would think about £30,000. This money is given to local charities as far as possible.
Absolutely super. And it's sponsored by the Comet newspaper.
Yes.
And the Howard Rotary Club organise it.
That's right.
Good. Well, you've organised a good day today.
Yes, I hope it's not too hot for the runners.
No.
But, it's very pleasant to be on the field for us.
Super. And you've got a VIP to start everything going today.
Yes.
Recognised as Taffy from TV show The Film The Bill. Out of uniform, Taffy, but we do recognise you.
Okay.
And this today, Mike, is in aid of?
This is in aid of Lola. Now, Colin here is a patron of Lola, and Lola is the Lister Optical Laser Appeal. We try to make our beneficiaries, we try to use
local beneficiaries as far as possible. And Colin has kindly come along to start the races and to present the prizes.
Well, Colin, many thanks for your support.
You're more than welcome.
Lola will benefit, we hope.
So do I.
How is the fund at the moment?
We're standing at £30,000 at the moment, and we're looking for £50,000, which we hope to get by Christmas.
Super. Well, today's event should swell the funds.
Well, let's hope so.
With sweat and aching limbs at the end of the day. Thanks. Unfortunately, it's not all good news. In the local press this week was the sad news that one of the oldest factories was to close down, the Marmot Pram factory, with job losses. And also in the same local papers was news that the oldest furniture manufacturing company, Meridews, is also closing with job losses. And there was a full-page article in the Gazette asking what's wrong in the Garden City. But on the happier note, the corporation are more optimistic, referring to the thriving town which has a bright future, in which they refer to the good news on the business park with new companies taking up accommodation, and of course the revitalising plans for the shopping centre. I'm sure that despite the news and gloom, Ebenezer Howard, the founder, would still have great confidence in his dream city, Letchworth. What has become one of the great events in Letchworth is the annual carnival organised by the Letchworth and Hitchin Round Tables. The Letchworth Round Table this year is Mike Burrell, and Mike is also chairman of the organising committee for the carnival. Mike, it's a lovely day for you. How do you feel about the exhibits this year and the floats?
The exhibits are absolutely tremendous. People have put in an awful lot of effort. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, it was pouring with rain, and I thought, gee, what's it going to be like today? But now the sun is shining, we're looking forward to a good carnival.
Good. Must have been very difficult to judge the floats. They look jolly good quality to me.
It has been very difficult this year. People have put a lot of effort in. Very much appreciated the time and effort.
And you're quite pleased with the one that's won the first prize?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm sure they are. Good. Now, of course, today's event is very special for the Carnival Queen. Carnival Queen this year is lucky Nikki Moffat. Nikki, I understand you were very surprised when they called your number out at the judging.
Yes, I was. They actually had to push me out onto the stage because I couldn't take it in.
Well, you are the Queen this year, and you're going to ride at the head of this great procession of noise and colour and everything else. Are you looking forward to a busy year as Queen?
Yes, I am. I'm really looking forward to it. It's really getting exciting now.
And you'll be opening events and attending shows and things, won't you?
I hope so, yeah.
Jolly good. Well, I'm sure we all wish you a very happy year.
Thank you.
The princesses attending the Carnival Queen this year are Matthews and Asher Sterman. Tara, are you pleased to be princess?
I'm Asher.
You're Asher? Marvellous.
I'm still pleased.
That's good. Are you pleased?
Yeah, very pleased.
Jolly good. And you're both Letchworth residents, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Well, we wish you a happy day today. It looks as if the sun's going to shine, and I'm sure it'll be a great carnival procession for loads of people in both Letchworth and Hitchin. Thanks very much, Mike. Away you go.
Thank you, John.
And so the procession starts. With the Carnival Queen leading the way. Lovely Nikki Moffat. Very special day for her. Warrant from Standalone Farm, the Shire horse, very proud of taking Dave, the farm manager, on the farm cart. Very honoured position for Warrant to be leading